Small molecules, because as biological molecules go, they're really not that complicated.
Okay, we are torquing up the head bolts on the Massey Perkins 300.
Could have a lot of potential for fighting
So here goes.
Peptides are natural molecules. They're produced by
That's about 90 pounds.
species of organism on the planet, all the way from things that fly to things that swim to things that walk to microbes.
And again.
They were originally thought about in a way as antimicrobial peptides, having this one.
I'm going to take it up to 90 at this step and then run over them again for the final setting of 110 foot-pounds. So hopefully that'll seal up the head with the new gasket. If I can figure out all the other parts for this jigsaw puzzle, I may get it running one of these days. Okay, making a little more progress on the Massey today. Got the rocker arm assembly installed, and this fuel bypass line I'm in the process of installing. I got to get the new seals for it. Other than that, I haven't spent a whole lot of time here today. I got the water pump here on the bench. Unfortunately, new gaskets are no longer available for this particular Perkins 300. So don't look too close. I've made some crude looking homemade gaskets here, combined with a little bit of gasket eliminator. I can't think of the proper name. Hopefully all that packed in there will form a sufficient substitute for a gasket. In the meantime, I guess not that nice of a day out there, just up to the thawing point. So back to work, I guess. Here's the latest complication on this Massey reassembly. This little fuel shutoff valve on the bottom of the tank had damaged threads when I took it apart. And it wasn't leaking too badly at the time, but in the process of reassembly here, I've damaged it even further. The tank had to be lifted at the front to get some other part installed, and in the process I forgot to disconnect the fuel line, and it pulled so far that it actually made it a little crooked on the outlet. I think it damaged the threads enough that I won't be able to reattach it. So at this point a new one is not available, and I'm currently searching for alternatives. So I see my battery's getting low here, so I guess we'll call that a day. Well, it's the 3rd of May, and it's cool, 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So this little tractor is plugged in just to make it a little easier starting. This is going to be the initial test run after installing the new fuel shutoff valve and rubber line, replacing the old inflexible steel line. So everything looks to be in order here. I'm gonna give it a try. Hopefully there isn't too much air in the system. I did bleed it initially, but Okay, a little bit of throttle, neutral, and okay, looking good. Okay, the hood is back on. It took a bit of doing. Kind of a heavy chunk of sheet metal here to handle and get all the bolts lined up, but it's pretty much back the way it's supposed to be. Haven't got the light wires hooked up yet. I'm possibly going to attempt putting the front end loader back on now before quitting time. So here goes. The front end loader. I'm going to need my cable winch to hoist this thing up. Well, it took some doing, but the front end loader is now back in place. 4 pins, a few more hydraulic hoses to put together, and should be good.